The Nintendo Switch 2 is due to be out later this evening, and I am actually going to go pick it up tonight. After probably recording this video, I'll probably get ready to go pick it up, but I am pretty hyped for it. There are several games that I do want to play. One game that I do want to really check out is actually Street Fighter 6. I know Street Fighter 6 has been out on other consoles for about a year, maybe even a year, or maybe even 2 years now. I'm not sure how long Street Fighter 6 has been out, but I'm glad that Nintendo is actually bringing back a core fighting game from Capcom, such as Street Fighter, back onto the platform. But there are a couple of issues that I do want to bring up before. Now, the thing is, I might not get it anymore. I originally thought that I was going to pick it up. Hey, I can actually play Street Fighter 6 on the go, play Street Fighter with my family or my friends, or to be honest, I'm not sure if people are actually going to play Street Fighter on the Switch, but I was one of those losers that was thinking of picking up Street Fighter 6 for the Nintendo Switch 2, but I'm not anymore, and here are the reasons why. This comes to us from Nintendo Life. Street Fighter 6 somehow combines game keycard and code in a box on Switch 2. Now, this approach sparked a lot of controversy amongst collectors and physical media enthusiasts, as it limits the long-term DLC and ownership of said video game or media, especially for second-hand buyers. Street Fighter 6 is one of the key launch titles for the Nintendo Switch 2, releasing on day 1 of 5th of June 2025. Digitally, you can pick up either Bog Standard Edition for €35 or the Years 1 to 2 Fighters Edition for €50, which is basically equivalent to $40 or $60 US. Meanwhile, a physical release is being lined up for a latter option priced at €50. Now, we already knew that it would be a game keycard release, but according to recent reports, it might also include a code in a box for the additional DLC. As highlighted in Genki Japan on social media, the game's additional fighter packs will be included as a DLC code that will expire after 2 years. So that is actually why I'm not going to be picking up Street Fighter 6 for the Nintendo Switch 2 anymore, is because what happens after 2 years? What happens if the code expires? Basically, you're straight out of luck. You're basically screwed. Why the hell would you release a physical game on a game keycard, which is already bad, and then have the additional DLCs for an additional $15 and then have it expire after 2 years? So if you happen to pick up a copy in 2027 and beyond, chances are it won't come with the additional content at all. We'd expect the price of the game to be lowered when such an eventuality occurs, but still, wow, that sucks. That is absolutely awful. And I hope that video game companies do not move forward with something like this in the future. We've seen DLCs included as codes in physical games plenty of times before, but for goodness sake, if we're downloading the full game from the eShop via the game key card anyway, why not include the extra content as standard? Where's the logic? It's a frustrating situation for collectors and physical enthusiasts. Imagine owning a copy of Street Fighter 6 with that awesome updated artwork from Elena, Terry, Akuma, and more, and they're just not there. Very bizarre. That is very true. It's basically a bait and switch. It's a gotcha bitch moment, and it is a shitty situation. And I know this is not coming from Nintendo. This is coming from Capcom. I don't think that people will be buying this game. I think that people will probably prefer just to either get it on PC, the other consoles, or maybe even for their Steam Deck. It's recently also known to confirm that Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remaster will also be a game keycard release when it launches on Switch later this year. At the time of writing, only Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition and titles from Marvelous are confirmed to contain the full games on cartridge. This is the reason why it's a big deal. Eventually, your game will be delisted from the Play Store or the online store, and then you don't have the physical game at hand. Or if you do want to buy it, you have to pay an exorbitant amount to even acquire it. The reason why it is a big deal is because if I'm going to buy a physical version of the game, I want the entire game to be included. I don't want to have an internet connection to download the game. I don't want a DLC code to download the DLC bundles with the game. I want the game itself. I know this is a boomer take, but I think this is how it should be moving forward. They did it for Cyberpunk 2077, which is a massively bigger game than Street Fighter 6. I don't know why Capcom didn't go with what the fans actually wanted. Maybe they're just trying to save money, but I digress. Now, with the shitty situation for Street Fighter 6, I think this is absolutely a terrible decision moving forward. I hope games don't do this. I know games are very, very large and it might all not fit into the cart itself, but still, this is a pretty shitty situation. And I think maybe in the future, they should somehow incorporate a DLC code that doesn't expire. Like, imagine if I bought this game and I wanted to sell the game, or I wanted to give it to my friend, or I want to give it to a family member. It doesn't matter, right? If I give it to them 2 years later and they want to play this game, they can't have the benefits of the additional DLC characters that I paid for. Is because it's not there, it's because it's expired. But I am really excited for the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. I am at heart a Nintendo fanboy, just a little bit more over so than the Xbox or being a Sony pony. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is a big issue? Do you think buying a physical version of the game, coming with a game key card, along with a DLC code that expires 2 years later, do you think this is worth it? Will you be buying Street Fighter 6 for the Nintendo Switch 2? Sound off in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe to this channel, and we will see you guys next time.